I watched the first half of the Lakers versus the Golden State Warriors, and I just want to, discuss some things that I seen early on. And as I've already said, I'm just repeating myself at this point. I said it's going to be a very, very long season, very long season. I seen some great moments in tonight's game and some great takeaways. However, the Lakers, we don't have no 3-point scores, no lethal threats that teams would play against us and they would fear us, on a nightly basis. Our offense is stagnant. It's a horrible fit. I didn't like the starting lineup. I did like the idea of, inserting Lonnie Walker in the lineup. He's a really good player, and I already, told people, Lonnie Walker was a gem before, everybody hopped on the bandwagon, but I said it before. Russell Westbrook, he's not a great shooter from the perimeter. And you see him stuck on an island out there. Wow, he's pretty much useless if he doesn't have the ball in his hand. He's always been, his offense has been based around his athleticism, his explosiveness. He needs the ball in his hand. He's a playmaker. Same thing with LeBron. So there's no constant movement without the ball. LeBron nor Russell Westbrook are moving without the ball. So, you have just a bunch of players out there trying to create. With Anthony Davis, you feed him the ball on the inside. You're worried. You are then worried whether he's going to get injured or not. So you could continue to feed him the ball on the inside, and he could, try to bully his way on the inside and try to get some points on the inside. But he increases his chances of getting injured. So the Lakers got their work cut out for them this entire season to try to figure it out, how they going to at least get an 8th seed or make the play-in or whatever may have you. But it's going to be a long season. Like I said, there's no 3-point scoring. The defense, lackadaisical at times. They're very slow. Their bench is trash. And, I see people, they so sensitive and, get upset with Charles Barkley because he just tell it like it is. He's honest. And it's sad because, people, they're just so brainwashed. They watch the Shannon Sharps of the world and Chris Broussards, and they don't even, understand the game, the nuances of the game, paying attention to detail. They just hear something and they regurgitate it, they repeat it. I seen a clip earlier today on Instagram. They asked the guy, and this is so, this is a sidebar comment, but they asked the guy, they asked a fan, and I'm pretty sure he was a bronzexual. They asked him who was the top 5 Lakers. This man had Shaq, Jerry West, Magic, I think Kareem, and then LeBron James. So he said, you don't think Kobe is a top 5 Laker? I said, man, get this dude out here. Get it. That's why I don't like LeBron James fans. And they make you not like LeBron. Because throughout the media, you have a bunch of LeBron James puppets, right? But tonight's game, it just confirmed to me what I've been saying. Darwin Ham is not a great coach. He got hired due to, based upon his skin color, him being associated with the Bucks. He's trying to replicate what the Bucks have and other teams have. The Lakers don't have no identity. They're trying to steal players from the Warriors. It's not organic. They're not drafting players and developing them into great role players. We don't have no identity. All you see is one-on-one basketball out there. You can't blame Russell Westbrook tonight. Russell Westbrook had like 19 points, 3 turnovers, 4 turnovers. Played really good. So it's going to be a really long season. At best, we'll win 20-something games. And that's just me being realistic. I'm being honest. But the Lakers have a long season to go. Darwin Ham is not a great coach. He's not. I'm not saying he's horrible, but he's just not a great coach. You know, he was hired, to me, just based on the fact that his skin color, they wanted a black coach. You know, they wanted to replicate and do what the Celtics did. So he was hired based upon somebody else. But Darwin Ham, he's just not a good coach. His rotations are, subpar. And eventually they're going to start blaming Darwin Ham. Average coach at best. It's not about hiring the best coach for the job no more. It's about what's going to make LeBron James happy and comfortable. And, how people going to like you. They playing the race card. But Darwin Ham is not a great coach. He's not. And people went around with, I told you that idea of Russell Westbrook coming off the bench, it wasn't going to work. Because, as I said, him and LeBron James are eventually going to be in a lineup together. You put LeBron James on the bench, when it's time for LeBron to go to the bench, Russell Westbrook going to be out there for like 3, 4, 5 minutes, and then next thing you know, LeBron going to be out there, and Russell Westbrook is still going to be in the game. So eventually they got to play with each other. So it's no different. The only way, you're going to have some kind of success is if you trade Russell Westbrook. But LeBron is just out there to get his numbers now. His team not going to the playoffs as currently constructed unless they make a trade, as Charles Barkley said. And, I seen Shaq was like, he's betting Charles Barkley that the Lakers are going to be better than the Pelicans. But Shaq must have not watched last year's, games. And that they got C.J. McCollum, Zion Williamson is back. They need Zion Williamson. But Brandon Ingram, they have a nice core over there. Nice crop of players. So they're more than likely going to be better than the Lakers. And that's just being honest. You can't be biased. You might love your team. You can love your team, but you can be honest with yourself. You can't be delusional. Don't be no delusional fan. The Lakers are trash. And as I said, they should, they wanted to fire Frank Vogel, get mad at Rob Pelinka. It's another season where they're just going to let LeBron James pass Kareem and just, it's another down year. But unless they make that trade, the Lakers are not making the playoffs. He had no answer for the Warriors. The Warriors just look great. They're a well-built machine. And you just see the difference of what building through the draft can do and developing talent. Chemistry. Had a few down years and came back. The Warriors are just a great team, great coach in Steve Kerr. But, Darwin Ham is really not a great coach at all. And I try to tell people he's not. He's not a horrible coach, but he's not, what he was hyped up to be. And I think a lot of people give him a pass based on his skin color. So they hope that he will have success. They hope that he do well. Instead of saying, we're going to hire the best man for the job. No, it's what's your skin color. They don't even care about resumes no more. It's what's your skin color. His rotations are not that great. He didn't have an answer for the Warriors. Even last week was, pretty much a great indicator of how the season is going to play out when we played the Kings. He didn't have an answer for the Kings. So I wouldn't be surprised if he get fired after 15 games.